Hey, it's Nikki Jensen.
And it's Brie Piccone.
And we're late to the party. Hey, Brie.
Hey, Nick.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Good.
How's it going with you?
It's going pretty well. So we are doing a new segment on the pod. So welcome to Movie Club.
Yeah.
And we watched a fun movie tonight.
It was very fun.
I've never seen before.
I've never seen before.
I've heard a lot of good things about. We watched Dick from 1999.
Yeah.
Yep, and it's a movie starring Kirsten Dunst and Michelle Williams. And it's a comedy about two teenage girls who are best friends who just through a bunch of wacky circumstances end up being the personal dog walkers and was it like
secret youth advisors?
Secret youth advisors for Richard Nixon.
Yeah.
And they uncover the Watergate scandal.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
Yeah, I saw in one review they described it as Clueless meets All the President's Men.
Okay.
Which is
I could see
fun.
that. I mean, I haven't seen the other one, but
All the President's Men?
No. Was that another 90s?
No. No, it's like a serious political movie, which I've never seen.
Like a real one.
Like a real one. But I've seen Clueless.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just
You know what's funny though? Yeah. Speaking of Clueless, I was like looking up that actor.
The dad.
Yeah. Yeah, he plays the dad. I was like, why is he so familiar? Yeah.
Yep. No, I thought so too. Like the more and more that guy talked, like the guy who plays Dick and Dick.
Yeah.
I was like, where have I seen him? I feel like I've seen him my whole life. And it's because he's Mel Horowitz.
Yeah.
From Clueless.
It was like an aha moment.
Yeah. But so to get in the mindset, let's go back in time.
Yeah.
To the summer of 1999.
Okay. I know I'm going there.
You know, when LFO liked Girls that Wore Abercrombie and Fitch, She's All That was a box office smash. And Dick came out on August 4th, 1999.
Amazing.
Yep. To little to no fanfare. It did not do well at the box office.
Right.
But it's become sort of a cult classic in a way.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just for a frame of reference, so I'm pulling up the box office mojo stats for Dick. So when this was released on August 4th, 1999, the number one movie in the country was, can you guess?
The number one. This was 99?
August 99. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I mean, I did see this list earlier. I thought, was it The Sixth Sense?
It was The Sixth Sense.
Okay.
Yeah, so number one movie in the country was The Sixth Sense, followed by The Blair Witch Project, Runaway Bride, The Thomas Crown Affair, Deep Blue Sea, Mystery Men, Inspector Gadget.
Oh my God, Inspector Gadget.
Yep, The Haunting, The Iron Giant, American Pie, Star Wars Phantom Menace, and then entering at number 12, Dick. So, was not a box office darling, but
I mean,
had you ever heard of this movie before?
No.
We watched it.
No, I had not. How did you hear about this movie?
So, I remember when it came out.
Yeah.
I remember because I was like one of those kids that was like super nerdy about movies, even as like a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
So I would, every week at Blockbuster would come out with those little like pamphlets of all like the movies coming out.
Oh my gosh, the pamphlets. I forgot about that.
And they do like in theaters too, I believe. Yeah. I don't know. My memory's hazy because I was a literal child, but I just remember seeing it in one of those like Blockbuster movie pamphlets. And I think maybe my dad or someone, I heard someone when it came out that I really respected at the time be like, this is actually a good movie. So
wow.
It's like one of those movies that I've known about for so long and hadn't seen, but I would like put it up there with like an Election with Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, you know what? I came across that movie in my research. That's another one I've never seen or heard of.
Movie Club.
No, we need to add that to the list.
Yeah, that's actually a really good film.
Yeah.
Election's great. But it's like, yeah, Dick, I always associate as one of those like 90s indie films that are smart and satirical and good. And my review of Dick is it's all those things.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. It definitely hits like, yeah, like the comedy and the satire it's like the right level of both.
Yeah. It's like also a little Rami and Michelle in a way.
Yeah, I think so. It's like that's them in their teens.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well,
I think about that energy.
I do. So, Watergate, that's what the movie's kind of about, the Watergate scandal and Richard Nixon.
Yeah.
Or Tricky Dick. But if I'm being honest, I don't know a lot about the Watergate scandal.
Okay, yeah. Same. Honestly, yeah. I know there was a scandal. I know it was a big deal I don't know.
The tapes.
Yeah, the tapes. Like, I don't know. That was not in our time.
No, I feel like also in history. More like,
yeah.
They like breeze past.
They do.
That.
They glaze over. They're like Watergate, blah blah blah, and that's it. And like you don't really. I don't remember learning about it that much in school. Like maybe like a quick like mention.
I probably know more about the film Dick than Richard Nixon.
Yeah,
but I mean that's kind of on theme. I mean the girls in the film, Kirsten Dunst and Michelle Williams.
Oh yeah,
like they don't know a lot about
history.
They're like our friend Dick.
Yeah. Oh, and I loved when like the one her character was Arlene.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like
Michelle Williams' character.
Michelle Williams' character, yeah. She was like 7 years ago. Someone did something. That's all I know. It's like, yeah, true.
Same.
Yeah.
But let's dive in. Let's talk about this film because we literally just watched it. We sat down. We had a kiki. We just watched this film. So,
yeah.
Brie, what were your thoughts?
I don't know. I really enjoyed it. It's very like fun and easy to watch. You know, like lighthearted. Like the comedy moments are gold. Also, their outfits are gold. I'm here for all the bucket hats.
I loved all their outfits. Like the one that actually stands out to me is when they're wearing those like matching raincoats, and one of them's like a violet one, and
yes, and one's see-through and like a neon almost pink.
Love it.
Yeah, I wrote that down too. I'm like, oh, we got to talk about the raincoats. Bucket hats and raincoats.
For sure. I mean,
vibe.
It's also like one of those things that I like loved. I loved in this movie that it was very 70s.
Yeah.
But it didn't really try, probably because it's a satire, but it didn't try so hard to be like in the 70s. It was like the 90s does the 70s. It really, fashion-wise.
It felt that way a lot. Also the hair being crimped. Like I guess you were saying that is the thing that happened in the 70s that I did not.
Yes.
I didn't realize. I thought we invented crimping. Because I remember having like
the Conair like crimper.
Exactly, yeah. It's like oddly nostalgic.
I'm sure it's back.
Yeah, I think it is actually. Yeah. And if it's not, then
we gotta crimp our hair.
Yeah, we gotta crimp our hair.
That was my takeaway from the film.
Definitely, and wear more raincoats and bucket hats.
Love.
Yeah. But I love how they just like unknowingly like stumble into things like throughout the whole film. They're on a school trip and somehow, I don't know, I guess the guy recognizes them from the night before, right?
Michelle Williams' character, Arlene, she lives in the Watergate building.
Yeah, she lives in the Watergate building, right? And they're trying to mail a letter
to Bobby Sherman.
Yeah. Arlene's crush.
Arlene's like, crush. Her like heartthrob.
Yeah.
And so they sneak out of Arlene's house and mail the letter, and then on their way back up the stairs they run into one of the guys in was it one of the guys in Nixon's camp, or not Nixon's camp, but
he's involved he's like doing an important part. I think we only see him like a couple times, but I'm confused if he's like, I think he isn't. He's got to be on Nixon's side, I think. I don't know, do we need to look it up?
We can look it up. But any other notes while I'm doing that?
Well, I love the Nixon impersonation. By well, I really don't know.
His name is Den. Den.
Den? Den? What is his name?
Dan?
Yes. We did not have any of the Hello Dolly cookies, we promise.
Okay, so the actor who played Richard Nixon is named Dan Hedaya.
Perfect. Yeah, so that guy, I like his impersonation, even though to me he sounds a lot like Uncle Fester in like the Addams Family movie. Like, legit.
He does. He totally does. I love it.
Yeah, it's like someone playing Uncle Fester playing Richard Nixon.
Well, like, I loved his Richard Nixon because it just was so, like, over the top.
Yeah.
And it was like the Spark Notes version of a Nixon performance, which was so much funnier because he hits all the beats perfectly.
Oh, yeah, he does.
And I also love how they wrote him because he's like such a jerk and like a terrible person.
Yeah.
But he also wants to be like hip with the kids.
He wants to be cool.
And he's like, well, call me Dick. And he's like, I love the kid. The kids love me.
Yeah.
And I love how they threw in like all the little things where like the girls teach them like the peace sign, and then he's like on Air Force One just like throwing the peace signs, and that's how that came to be in this film, you know?
I love that.
I also love when films like this, like comedies especially, like rewrite history.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like an Adam McKay, how he does with Vice.
Okay, you know, I still need to see Vice.
You haven't seen Vice?
No.
You know, a lot of people have a lot of opinions on Adam McKay, but I enjoyed Vice.
Yeah, I mean, it's on my to watch list. Yeah, I want to see it.
But yeah, it's kind of like that. How like in, you know, movies or like in art, you can rewrite history.
Twist the narrative. I love that so much. That's what I loved about that. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like how he rewrote history, like Quentin Tarantino. Like no spoilers, I guess, but
I love that movie so
good.
Much.
Yeah.
I can't believe that's a late to the party for me. I just watched that this year. And it was so good. I know you've been telling me.
I know.
For years.
I was trying to get you to watch it for a while.
But no, I love the way Tarantino does it. I loved in Dick how they did it.
Yeah.
And it's like they succeeded, I think. It was Andrew Fleming who directed Dick. I love how it was just like perfectly satirical and funny and lighthearted. It was kind of just like, it was like Clueless meets All the President's Men. Like, that's
Definitely.
a really astute like thing to say because it was like, I don't know how to describe it. Sorry, but
that's good.
I know these are your notes. But it just, it was light and it was fun and it was like a perfect little romp.
Yeah, it was a nice little romp.
But it had little like reference. It was like,
some of it was historically accurate, I think.
Some of it.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't.
And the comedy was there.
Yeah. It definitely kept you entertained, like, throughout. Like, yeah. There's a lot of good moments.
I guess what I'm trying to say is it's, like, funny and light, and it's a, like, lighthearted romp.
Yeah.
About two, like, ditzy teens. But it's also smart. Yeah. Which I really like.
I agree.
I also really enjoyed, like, a superstar, like, SNL era Will Ferrell.
Oh, my God. I love Will Ferrell so much. Mm-hmm. He always cracks me up. Yeah.
He steals the show.
He does.
In like every scene. But this is like Will Ferrell in everything. He steals those, like every scene he's in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know when I saw Will Ferrell was going to be in this movie, that was just another like reason to watch, you know?
Totally. And Anna Gasteyer, speaking of SNL, even makes an appearance.
She just sneaks in there. And
she's Dick's assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Which...
Yeah. Isn't there more going on there?
Oh, they imply.
They imply.
No, I really liked Kirsten Dunst's character says to Arlene.
Yeah.
She's like, "You're the smartest person I know." and her reply is, "But you don't know anybody."
Yeah. That was hilarious.
That was my favorite line.
Oh.
But I really saw a lot of similarities in our friendship, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I like Arlene and you're like Betsy?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did you think?
I could see that. Yeah. At the very beginning, I wasn't too sure who was who. But then I was like, oh, yeah, I guess. Oh, man.
But that was like my favorite. That was the funniest part is when Arlene develops a crush on Dick.
Oh my god, that cracks me up. I love when she like goes in her room, takes off like her whole wall full of posters of like what is his name? Bobby Sherman, and then puts up like the Dick posters.
They're all just Richard Nixon.
It's Richard Nixon and all these scenarios. And oh my gosh, you know what I really loved? So on her bedside table, somehow there's like a picture of him on the beach. And she's like fantasizing as she falls asleep.
Yes.
Like there's like a montage where like he's like comes in on a horse on the beach in a full suit and everything. Just like a regular old business suit.
Oh, and they're like spinning
Spin
around. It's very Bob's Burgers, like Tina Belcher.
Yes.
Like her fantasies.
Also relatable, yeah.
Like you're also Tina.
Exactly, yeah.
A strong, sensual woman.
Yeah, exactly. Darn tootin'.
Hey, the parallels are even more similar because doesn't Arlene later in the movies say, like, your ass is grass, Dick?
Yeah.
Which also Tina Belcher says,
yeah.
Your ass is grass and I'm going to mow it.
Yeah. I feel like that part was implied for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, that excited me. I love how her love for, like, these guys, it's just like, it's like all the way up here and then, like, it, like, drops to zero, like, real quick.
Which I feel like is such a you thing.
Yeah. I have had some interesting crushes.
Also, when Arlene goes in to record a message for Dick, and she's like, I have an Olivia Newton song I want to sing for you.
That was great. I would never do that, but
and then she was like, I love you.
That was one of my favorite moments because she kept going.
And going. I feel like that's very you.
I mean, yeah. More internally, I think, but yeah.
But you are like Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh, boy.
But
yeah.
No, and I really enjoyed Kirsten Dunst in this film, too.
Yeah. No, she was great. She was very likable and charming and hilarious.
I know. I feel like in that, like, the 90s Kirsten Dunst era,
yeah,
I feel like she was in a lot of, like, serious films or kiddie films, but in this one, she was, like, she got a chance to really just be funny.
I loved that. I would love to see more of that Kirsten Dunst.
Same, because I can't think of, even now, like, she does serious films.
Yeah.
Like, has Kirsten Dunst been in a lot of comedies?
Don't think so, but me? I don't know.
I know she's in that TV show Fargo, and it's apparently really good.
Oh, is that a comedy? I thought it was like a drama.
It's a comedy drama. Have you ever seen Fargo?
No. I also thought that was a movie.
Brie, it is a movie.
Oh, okay.
It's a movie starring Frances McDormand. It's like a Coen Brothers film. You gotta see it.
Oh, okay.
You have to see Fargo. Maybe that's another movie club.
Yeah, we can add it to the list.
I feel like if
it won a lot of awards, I remember.
It did. It won a couple Academy Awards.
Yeah.
It's like a lauded film. But Kirsten Dunst is in the TV show. And apparently really good.
There's a TV show too.
Yes.
Like from the movie, it continues into a TV show, or?
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Okay.
But I hear it's good.
I appreciate it.
All I know. I even loved, though, parlaying back to Dick.
Yeah.
And speaking of, like, kind of melding current with things in the 90s.
Yeah.
There was an appearance by Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
He was Chip.
He was so cute, too. I don't think I've ever seen him so young and like a baby.
He was he was so cute.
Yeah.
I feel like this was around the time, wasn't he in a show called, like, Two Guys in a Pizza Shop, or A Guy and a Girl in a... I remember seeing that on TV as a kid.
Huh.
And thinking Ryan Reynolds was cute.
Wow, I didn't know he was on a TV show.
Yeah. He kind of looked different, though. Like, as Chip, he's a little more, like buttoned up. Like, the Ryan Reynolds of the 90s that I remember is, like, very tall, very lanky, and has, like, spiky, like, 1999 hair.
Whoa, spiky?
You know how, like, if guys in 1999 solely had that one hairstyle where their, like, hair spikes up? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then always a short sleeve, like, plaid, or not plaid, but, like, checkered plaid, like, button down open with, like, a white shirt underneath, and khakis, like Dickies.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I can picture it.
But I digress. This is not about the 90s. This is about the 70s.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
In the 90s.
70s.
But yeah, any other notes?
Yeah. I'm trying to read my own handwriting. I'm like, what the heck did I write?
Well, this is a little out of order, but can we talk about probably my favorite, like, joke? And it's like a through line throughout the whole film.
Yeah.
The Hello Dolly cookies.
Okay, yes.
Yes, can we talk? Like, Brie, can you describe?
Okay.
Set the scene.
Okay, so the scene. So it starts out, they have an idea to bake these special cookies, right? For Nixon and his crew, where they're like, oh, we're going to bake them some cookies.
Their mom's famous cookies.
Yeah, it's like a recipe on their kitchen wall.
And cross-stitched on their wall.
Cross-stitched. It seems simple enough. And I'm like looking at the ingredients. They sound like innocent enough. Mm-hmm. And then their brother Larry's like, don't forget them walnuts. And then they are like putting these walnuts. There's like a jar of walnuts. And they're adding it to the batter. And there's like walnut leaves, supposedly, being added. And we find out later, those are not walnut leaves.
Those are weed.
Yeah.
Weed
leaves. But, yeah.
But, I mean, I think that's a joke throughout the whole thing, though, because, like, the first time the girls go into the kitchen to make them.
Yeah.
And Kirsten Dunst's character's like, oh, these are, like, you know, Larry puts the walnut leaves in the jar.
Yeah.
And it kind of, like, there's, like, the camera kind of settles in on the leaves.
Yeah.
But,
it does.
But, yeah, Richard Nixon, or Dick, is a big fan of the Hello Dolly cookies.
Yeah.
And like every time the girls walk the dog, you know, Dick and all like the Secret Service dudes and the guys in the White House are always like, you got the cookies?
Yeah.
So it's just like a fun little through line throughout the whole film, and I cracked up every time.
Yeah. No, I love it.
There's like a lot of things I'm really surprised I haven't seen this film. It's kind of one of those films like Drop Dead Gorgeous.
I haven't seen that one either.
Yes, you have. You saw it with me.
Oh, I did?
Liar. You're Richard Nixon now.
No.
Tricky Dick.
But you're not supposed to care that I lie, just that I yell at dogs.
Oh, yeah. That was like a funny thing, too. So when, like Arlene and Betsy, when they uncovered the tapes from the Watergate scandal, and like they're more upset because like Dick is like talking about how he hates the dog. I like love that.
Like, you were mean to him.
Yeah. But Drop Dead Gorgeous, you know, with Denise Richards, and it's the beauty pageant. And she wears like the hat with like the Statue of Liberty. We watched it a couple years ago.
It sounds sort of familiar. Wait a second. No, wait, is this the one where is religion involved? Mm-hmm. Is this where they're at like a high school, like a religious
No, that's Saved. Oh, Saved is great, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is really bothering me.
Yeah.
I need like I need a visual to go along with this. It's Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Yeah. But it's like one of those films, like a Drop Dead Gorgeous for me, or like a Saved, where it's just like so good and so like just so irreverent.
Okay, it does look familiar, but I can't remember. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there's a beauty pageant. Okay. Is she living in a trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe?
I think so. I'm
trying to remember.
That wasn't like my main takeaway, but yeah.
I know. Not to put her on blast. I don't know. I vaguely remember. I don't remember the plot super intensely.
But yeah, we did watch it once.
Yeah. We could watch it again. This also came out in 1999.
Well,
wow.
1999 is the best year for films, arguably.
Yeah. I mean, a lot did come out then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fight Club, The Matrix.
Oh my God, yeah, The Matrix. That's right.
Wild Wild West.
Tarzan.
Just name like all the movies you wouldn't think of from 1999.
Yeah.
I mean, all I was saying before was it was like a Drop Dead Gorgeous or like a Save. Oh, yeah. It's like a cult like comedy, like one of those black comedies that I love so much.
Yeah. I love how they just like also had like the like, it's not exactly a play on words, but like I guess double entendre is that the word? Yeah. Like when they're at the roller rink and just skating around, and she just like turns around and she's like, I love dick. And everyone just like looks at her and like laughs and like, what is wrong with this girl?
The record scratch, like
yeah, it's like the record scratch. I don't know. There was like a lot of moments like that were just funny.
Or like after, like they're near the Washington Monument, and it's like after Arlene is like disillusioned and they hear the Watergate tapes.
Yeah.
And she's like heartbroken.
Yeah.
And she like yells like she hates dick. And everyone stops. And like Betsy's like, can't we have a private conversation?
Yeah. I loved that.
I love that
the
too.
The drama of it all. I loved how she ran away, like in the fields, just like...
Yes.
They were both so dramatic throughout the film. And I just loved that. Like they would just start screaming. If anything was slightly upsetting, they'd just be like, ah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that too, because it's like such a stereotype of like teenage girls.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love that too. Yeah. They kind of saved the day though.
They did.
Which is a vibe.
Well, even at the end when Will Ferrell's character is like, you know, we're going to publish this story and, you know, the sources are going to remain nameless. And the girls are like, oh, to protect our identities? And he's like, no, because it's embarrassing.
Yeah. Oh, man.
But
I loved how, like, they became informants by, like, they started out just as, like, a prank phone call. Mm-hmm. Like, they were not intending to just, like, give up all the information, like, the Watergate scandal stuff, like, to the Washington Post and Will Ferrell's, like, character, but it just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because they were, like, just, like, on their bed, like, two teens, just, like, prank calling people.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I'm the British ambassador's daughter, and I don't know. It was just so silly.
It is so silly. And I love that.
Yeah. I feel like we don't have enough, like, just silly films nowadays.
We don't. No, everything has to have, like, an element of seriousness. And I love how this was, like, a smart film.
Yeah.
But it was just, like, funny.
Yeah.
And it didn't have to be anything grander than what it was. It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. And you know what else was fun?
What?
When they cut up the flag.
Yes.
And made it into clothing.
Oh, I love that. Oh my God. Okay, so can we talk about the ending?
Yeah.
Like, this is not spoilers necessarily. Cause
it's 1999. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, I think so. Enough time has passed.
Yeah.
But they cut up the flag, and which I love the line of like, should we cut up the flag? And they're like, well, we're going to sew it back together.
Yeah, I love that.
But they get all like head to toe in like patriotic, like American flag garb.
More bucket hats.
More bucket hats. And then have a big sign. So then when Richard Nixon, after he resigns and he's like flying,
yeah, like
he can see, like they have this big sign and the two girls are like jumping up and down and the sign reads, what was it? Is it you suck dick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was you suck dick. And yeah.
Yeah.
Funny little joke, a funny little ending.
I loved it.
And Richard Nixon's just like trying to flip him off. And they're just like, I know, having a blast.
Yeah, he's all angry in his airplane, like shaking his fist, and they're just like, woo!
Oh, loved it.
Yeah. No, it was like the perfect ending.
It was.
Yeah.
Again, with the double entendre, which can I be... Okay, so like, I love how just... I know we were talking about it before, but you were talking about how you loved... They were making fun of like dick.
Yeah.
Like, just all the double entendres. But in real life...
In real life.
I've literally been like, I'm going to like... I've just been using it in real life just to be like, yeah, I'm watching dick.
Just an excuse to
say
I
enjoy it. Yeah. Yep.
I know what you mean. It's kind of liberating.
Or I just really like when people have to turn heads and be like, what did you just say?
Yeah. No, it's fun.
So, I get the joke. I'm glad that the joke was inserted in the film.
Definitely. I know. I was a little worried. I'm like, are they going to address this element? Like, you have to, right?
I guess so. But you know, that's a different podcast, a different time. But like, Richard... Mm-hmm. The nickname for Richard is Dick.
Yeah.
Well, why? Well, for one, why?
Yeah. Is it also like one of those things like for William, it's like Bill? It's like,
that's true.
Why?
Don't know.
Like, where's the B coming from?
Just thin air.
Thin air? Like, B's and W's are way different. Like, I don't know.
But are they?
Yeah. Are they? I think so.
I think so.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of, like, the ending, I really liked how, like, before the credits roll, they have this, like, kind of like a wrap up of, like, the characters, like, you know, what happened after the movie. Like, Larry went on to make Quaaludes. Because he's, like, trying to make some type of drugs throughout the film. Like, I think he, like, pours some whiskey into, like, a mortar. And,
yeah.
like, I don't know what else is in there. Some pills he's crushing. Who knows?
Making Quaaludes.
Yeah. But then it said, like, he made a lot of money and gave some of it to his sisters to open, or, well, the one, you know, they're sisters to me. But to open a roller disco.
Which is, I thought of you immediately because you love roller discos.
I do. That would be the dream if I could open my own roller disco. I don't even need to have people come in there. I'll just disco by myself. Oh.
But see, like, any final thoughts on this film? Because all throughout the movie, I was like, Bree's gonna love this. Like, this is Bree's movie.
I really enjoyed it. It's something I definitely would watch again. Just because it's a fun romp. And I thought it was hilarious. And I love satires that are like, I don't know, just kind of like bubbly and fun and not too serious, you know?
For sure.
I also love the soundtrack in this movie. It really slapped.
Which I found out, so at the end of the movie, before the whole wrap up and everything, they play Carly Simon's You're So Vain.
Oh, yeah.
But I found out that they wanted to, like, the director originally wanted to use Captain and Tennille's Level Keep Us Together.
Oh.
However, Captain and Tennille, very conservative, so they denied the song. So,
all right. Wow. I thought You're So Vain fit pretty well.
For sure.
Yeah, I thought it was perfect. So maybe it's for the best. I guess it could be kind of funny. It'd be a funny tone with Love Will Keep Us Together, because obviously he's like departing, but
it's very apropos because Dick is vain.
Yeah.
So
I thought it worked really well.
Same. Also, I just love that song.
Yeah. Any chance to listen to Carly Simon, I'm here for it.
For sure. So, speaking of movies,
yeah.
Speaking of 1999, I thought, well, I have a question.
Okay.
And also a comment.
Okay.
So 1999 is regarded as the best year for film.
For real?
For real.
Like the best.
That's what film nerds, film buffs, film lovers say.
Okay. And you're one of those?
I think I am. I mean, like, I have my toe, just like my pinky toe in film Twitter.
Yeah.
But I'm on Letterboxd.
Ooh.
But yeah, 1999 is arguably the best year for film. And Dick did come out in 1999.
Yeah.
How much validity do you think that is? Like, it's in that?
Just that it's the best year for film in general? Well, I mean, okay. As far as, like, films go, like, there were a lot of, like, you mentioned earlier, like, the Blair Witch Project had come out.
Fight Club, The Matrix.
Oh, yeah. I remember Runaway Bride. I was there in the theaters. Yeah, I remember that being really good.
I love that movie.
It's like 5 or 6, I don't know. And I was like, oh, great movie. Richard Gere.
Julia Roberts. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Sixth Sense.
Inspector Gadget, another one of my faves. Is that the Matthew Broderick one?
Yeah.
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 I loved Inspector Gadget. And this movie, I'd never heard of Dick before. I mean, the movie, you know. Or in my life at that point as a child. So, just to clarify.
But yeah, I'm looking at 1999.
Yeah, I'm just thinking what else was up there. Notting Hill. Nikki, you like that one?
That was 99?
Yeah, apparently.
Dude, I love Notting Hill.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it came out in 99. Wow.
Oh, so good. Another Julia Roberts banger.
Yeah.
American Beauty came out. The Iron Giant.
I remember that being like a big deal for us as kids.
Was so good. It's one of the first movies where I was just like weeping in the theater.
Yeah.
The Green Mile came out. South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
What about Muppets from Space? Have you seen that?
I did. I saw that in the movie theater as a kid.
Was it good?
It was all right.
Yeah, because I don't remember.
It was Toy Story 2 came out.
No, that was a good one.
It was. Paul Thomas Anderson's Magnolia came out, which is excellent. Being John Malkovich. The great film Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace came out with the iconic Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, yeah. Jar Jar Binks.
I'm just kidding, by the way.
What about 10 Things I Hate About You?
Oh, that's a good film.
That was good.
The World Is Not Enough. Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, which is my favorite Austin Powers.
Yes. Actually, I love that one too, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Austin Powers. Also, I love anything 60s, 70s themed,
Yeah.
So
why is that? Why are you so drawn to the 60s and 70s?
I don't know. It's weird. It's like I'm nostalgic for it, even though I didn't grow up in that time. But like I did sort of grow up in a time capsule where a lot of things around me were from the 60s and 70s, so that could be part of it. Like record players, like kind of like modern style clocks or furniture pieces,
Gotcha. I'm always thinking, like, every time I think of 60s or 70s furniture, I think of, like, wood.
Yeah,
I think of wood.
There's a lot of wood, a lot of, like, walnut.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I think of that color green.
Oh, yeah, the avocado green. I love that. But...
No, and I know in the 90s, it was a big, like, resurgence of 70s style.
Oh, yeah.
So Dick kind of falls in line with that, which is fun.
I love that so much. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that kind of melding of, I don't know, styles.
For sure.
Yeah.
But, speaking of, like, 1999 in film.
Yeah.
Like, the soundtrack to Dick has a lot of, like 70s hits, but it also has a cover of Dancing Queen by Sixpence None the Richer.
Yes.
Which is such like a 1999 phrase to say, by the way.
I love that so much.
But funny enough, one of my childhood films I loved was She's All That.
Oh, yeah.
And, Kiss Me was like the iconic song from that film.
Yeah.
Which was by Sixpence None the Richer. Mm-hmm. So then hearing their cover of Dancing Queen in Dick, I just like loved that.
That's amazing.
It's just so 1999, but so like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I love it.
It spoke to me. I felt, you might have felt personal because it was like nostalgic for like all your time periods that you love, like the 90s and the 70s. And I'm just like, Sixpence None the Richer.
No, I love that. I mean, I enjoyed, Kiss Me was a big song. Huge. Yeah. And, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I need to listen to Sixpence None the Richer more. Just bring it back. Like, how are they doing?
I don't know. I heard recently, I had no clue that they were a Christian band.
The whole time?
The whole time, I suppose. I mean, they were very, like, dainty. They remind me of little flowers, but, I didn't know they were a Christian band. But it's very of a time.
Yeah, definitely.
We need to bring back Sixpence None the Richer doing covers of hits.
Yeah.
I think next Sixpence None the Richer needs to be at the end of a film doing like WAP or something.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Would they still be like a Christian like band?
I don't know. The Pope is cool with a lot of things now. I don't know if you've heard his recent statements. The Pope is cool with things.
Yeah. No, he is. Yeah.
So I think now is the point.
It's the perfect time.
Sixpence None the Richer can cover Cardi B.
Yeah. Did you ever see the movie Baby Geniuses?
I did.
I don't know why. I thought that was such a good movie at the time.
Oh my god.
Just speaking of 1999. But I haven't watched it since, so I don't know if it holds up. But I remember thinking, wow, those babies look like they're really talking. Like, it convinced me, but I don't know. Anyway. I don't know. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Throw in some Baby Geniuses for the road.
Yeah.
But
I had a lot of fun watching this movie. Thank you for introducing it to me.
Of course. I'm really glad I finally watched it.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for this new segment called Movie Club.
Me too.
Which I hope, everyone, you can write into us.
Yeah, give us suggestions.
Yeah, we're thelatetothepartypod at gmail.com if you wanted to send us a little email and give us a suggestion for Movie Club.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Me too. So thank you guys so much for listening. You can follow us on Instagram at thelatetothepartypod, and leave us a rating or review on iTunes. We'd love to hear from you.
Definitely. Well, we're going to sign off for now, but happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
Bye.